We're back at it again today in the kitchen, finishing our demo. Today we're going to be working on pulling down the ceiling, the attic insulation, and pulling up these ugly floor tiles. Yesterday we gutted all of the walls, all the cabinets, took out the plumbing, pretty much just got the room cleaned up. It looks a lot better already.
I hope they're all that easy. It's weird how some of them come off so easy and then others are like stuck down.
I didn't realize it was sticking so hard to the tile. See if it helps keep things sliding at least. Well, I'm glad we're done with that mess. That turned into a big disaster that we weren't expecting. We thought we were going to come in here and just pop up those sticky tiles.
Yeah, and it'd be easy because they were on the old vinyl.
But no, that turned into a mess. So let's talk about what happened. First, the tiles were tough to get off, so we first tried using some hot water with some cleaner solvent in it. And my idea was just to help loosen up the glue, get in between, and keep the scraper sliding, because the scraper was getting all gummy from the sticky tiles, and then it would get stuck on the floor and it was hard to pull it in and out. The water really helped keep it sliding, and it did make it easier.
Yep.
But not easy enough. It was still really hard. Looking back, I know we probably should have had a heat gun or something and loosened them up, but
we don't have that.
Yeah. So we were scraping away, and then we started gouging the vinyl underneath. We didn't want to touch that vinyl. It was supposed to all just stay. But once it started peeling up, we realized A, it was peeling up just as easily as the tiles.
Yep.
And B, it was like, I didn't really feel comfortable leaving big gouges in the floor. I feel like once we started, we had to just go with it. So we ended up scraping up the whole floor, and I was sweating, and it was hard. Man, that was a tough job. It was probably good in the end because we plan on doing tile in here, and with the tile and the plywood, and if we left the vinyl underneath, it would create kind of a sandwich piece of wood between two moisture barriers, and that's not really a good idea. So in the end, it's probably good that we did this, but it just wasn't expected, and it was a pain.
I'm glad it's over.
The next time you guys are at the store looking at those sticky tiles, just put them back. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
And this right now is just like a paper backing that's left over from the vinyl. And that can stay. We're going to be putting fresh plywood down over this whole floor, screwing it down, and then our tile underlayment. So I'm going to get suited up. We'll pull down the ceiling, get the insulation out of here, and see what kind of mess we're looking at in the attic. Called Monkey in the Middle. We got all the ceiling down that I can do for now. We're going to do the insulation next, but first let's walk around and see what we can see. First of all, I do see rodent damage. Over here I thought we had water damage in the ceiling, but it actually looks like rodent damage. We got nest and a nest. Lots of rodent nesting. So that's probably what that staining in the ceiling was. Whoa! It stepped in the heater vent. Let's check it out. We got badly installed insulation, as usual, full of gaps and holes, losing heat. We got more clear evidence of mice, feces, and nesting and chewing. Looks like we got an illegal splice in the ceiling here. You can't have any hidden splices like that. They have to be in an accessible junction box. We got more damage. We have an old chimney from the gas water heater that this house used to have, and it is full of nuts and bedding, nasty. So as expected, we're looking at a mess. Unfortunately, all the insulation is a total loss. We're going to bag that up, throw it out, and we'll just get this mess cleaned up. Be ready to seal this house back up. We found this in the rubble, came out of the ceiling. I don't know if that's a squirrel or what. Doesn't look like a rat, but it could be. It's not a mouse. Look at those tiny molars.
Yeah.
You want to see a skull, Belle? Well, now the ceiling is all gutted. I can see what we're working with, and it doesn't look too bad, actually. It looks pretty good. We have some cleanup work to do, pulling staples and stuff, but you can see it's all pretty solid. Over here, I noticed that this is all patched up, so it must have had a roof leak at some point there. And that is what a mobile home ceiling looks like. Roof, ceiling. So we're done for the night. We got a lot done today. It was a dirty, disgusting job.
Scraping the tile and floor took a lot longer than we expected.
Yep, and that ceiling was just full of nasties. Sweeping the floor was like sweeping up chocolate sprinkles.
Ew.
So I guess next we're just going to work on, well, I don't even know. What are we working on?
Ripping off this deck.
So we're going to wrap it up here. We got a lot more work coming. So stay tuned for that. But until next time, take care.
Bye.